Welcome to the Hilton Head Living Podcast. I am your host, O.T. Gibbons. Our mission with all of our content is to make sure you get the most out of your time in Hilton Head. All the best places to go, all the biggest events going on, everything you need to know to get the most out of your time on the island. I'm joined as always by the star of our content, my beautiful wife and co-host, Jessica Gibbons. How you doing, Jess?
Hey.
All right, on this episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about things to do this weekend in Hilton Head Island, upcoming events that you need to be looking out for, our favorite new thing that we tried this past week, and as always, answering the people. But this was a big week. We had your mom down. It was Easter, and it was also your favorite event of the year, the Wine Festival on Hilton Head Island. So, big weekend.
Yeah, a lot happened. I've been doing a lot of stuff with my mom while she's down, taking her to places. She likes naturey, wildlife stuff. And then we went to the wine festival, which was a lot of fun, which is what she came down for. Celebrating her birthday was a couple of days ago, and my mother-in-law's birthday is in a couple of days. So their birthday presents were tickets to the wine festival. We had such a good time. Met some people, some followers, which was always fun to meet people in real life.
We always encourage people to come up and say hello, and it seems like more and more people are starting to do that. So we love that. We love hearing from people. Love getting questions about what, things we might otherwise be able to do videos on and stuff like that. So that's always cool. And then we had Easter here today.
This morning, I'm still in my Easter attire.
I was really impressed. Jess was very hungover and still able to put together quite the Easter display. We had breakfast, and then she did her little basket thing, which we'll put up a video about. But my mom oh my God, did you see my mom? She was like so giddy about it. And Bree too.
It was Bree's first time. Your mom did it last year, so I make little clues. They have to find it. Another clue finally leads to their little Easter basket. So they had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun putting it together too. And I think I went to just the wine festival, not the wine and food, because I forgot to eat stuff. So they did have cooking demonstration stuff going on. I think there was like shrimp tacos and like a shrimp and quinoa, which would have been good, but I think I was on the other side of the field when it happened and dancing to this jazz band that was playing pop music. They were awesome. I don't remember their name, but I was a little preoccupied with that, and then so I just drank. There was a lot of liquor too, actually. There's beer and there's liquor, so if you're not the biggest wine person, there's still a lot of beer, a lot of liquor, a lot of wine, a lot of good times.
You had told everybody on the last podcast that you were going to keep track of the wines and stuff. We had a little bit of a wager going.
I did. I took pictures of the ones that I liked.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I had a lot of liquor. My mom wanted liquor. She was basically just drinking liquor, so I think I had more liquor than I intended than wine. Right. But I took pictures of the ones that I liked.
Okay, so March is over. This is the last weekend of March. We're headed into April. Let's talk about what's happening this weekend. It's a big spring break week, so let's get everybody all the events that's happening this weekend in Hilton Head, and it's also April. What is happening throughout April on the island? So we're hitting you with a lot. What's happening in April? What's happening this week?
Yeah, so we'll start off with this coming weekend, which on the 2nd is Symphony Under the Stars, and they're featuring these guys, which we have yet to see them. We've been to Symphony Under the Stars, love it, had so much fun. It's at Low Country Celebration Park, and it starts at 7:30. And most people think symphony, you don't really care for it, but they play songs you know. That's what we went to a Hollywood night, and they played theme songs from like Indiana Jones and other movies that you had a good time. You didn't think you'd have as much good time, did you?
No. What night is that on?
That's on the 2nd.
Okay.
So, and it's at 7:30, and it's at Low Country Celebration Park. So you bring your own chairs, and they have food trucks there, usually a wine truck, but you can bring your own snacks and stuff there too. On the 3rd, the bank is having their first paint and sip event, and it's from 7 to 9, and it's $45. So you go have some drinks while you do some painting. I know that's definitely a popular thing. I've never done it, but where people go and have some wine, or they might have some beer since there is a brewery there too, and you do some painting. Restore Wellness is having a client appreciation weekend from the 4th to the 7th, and they're going to have basically like 20% off a lot of their services. I have a membership there. I love it. Mention our names. It'd be maybe get something special for that, or Hilton Head Living is what you'll mention. And I get the cryotherapy there. I've gotten the muscle compression. I've got an IV drip, the red light therapy, the sauna. They have lots of good stuff there. So check out their Instagram page or their website. And you do need to call them to reserve your spot. So make sure to do that before the spots fill up. On the 5th, there is movie night in Bluffton. And at this time, it's going to be the Elemental movie. So big kids movie. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. The movie starts at 6. They'll have kids activities, bouncy house there, and it's in the Bluffton Martin Family Park. On the 6th, there's the annual Blue M Barbecue at Mitchellville Freedom Park, which sounds like a lot of fun. Tickets are $125. There's live music, there's dancing, and the attire is cowboy boots and hats are encouraged. Might have to go to that just so I can wear my cowboy boots and hat. I don't get a chance to wear that very often. Also on the 6th, there is the Pirates of Hilton Head Gala Dinner, and it's at the Fred Astaire Dance Studio, which is very new to the island. From 4 to 9, it's a pirate-themed gala. They're going to have professional dancers putting on a show. You get a dinner, you get drinks. And then they'll also have the live music and just have everybody gets to dance and have a good time and have fun. Also, on the 6th, there's a bread making class at Sprout Mama's, which sounds delicious. They have basically probably the best bread on the island. It's so good. It's at 10 a.m. and you learn to bake bread with their baker, Caitlin Anderson. On the 14th, Move Fitness Yoga from Bluffton, they're going to start hosting Sunset Beach Yoga. So it's a free yoga class, although they do take donations, which would be nice. So definitely make a donation for that because they're doing a nice thing. And it's going to be occurring the second Sunday of each month. And it's going to be at Fish Hall Beach. On the 17th, Moore Spa is having an open house from 4 to 6. And then from the 16th to the 21st is RBC Heritage, which we'll definitely talk more about later too. On the 26th, Bluffton is having the Sunset Party Kickoff concert from 5:30 to 9:30 at the Bluffton Oyster Factory Park. And then for the month of April, the Hilton Head Oils and Balsamic Shop, one of my favorite shops, they're having a cocktail mocktail class. I'm going to one of them. They're going to have it on the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th, so the Wednesdays at 3 p.m. and it's only $15, but it's very limited space, so definitely reserve your spot now. So Stretch Lab, a new place, they've just opened up. They're still hopefully offering free stretches for a limited time, so give them a call or email them. They have different hours right now because they're not completely open. They're still moving in and getting things set up. They're also doing pop-up stretches at local places, so go to their Instagram or the website to see where they'll be. I have been stretched out by Jamila. It feels really good. You feel great afterwards. And then the Loco Taco Truck is back in Harbor Town. I think we definitely need to go there, try out some tacos. It's
for sure.
Yeah, sounds good. And the Jarvis Creek General Store, which is a great place. We love that. They are now have their own breakfast food truck. I believe it's 7 to 11. Sounds delicious. They have sandwiches, a bunch of stuff, and you can check out their menu on their website or their Instagram page. And the Bink is also now having breakfast. I guess all these pieces are now, with more people coming to the island, with it getting warmer and stuff, more places are having breakfast, which is great. And the Breeze Trolley will start up again on the 13th at 1 p.m. It's a free trolley that you can take all around, which we haven't tried it yet. I definitely want to try it out to see where you see the stops all along the places, so we'll get back to you with how to ride it and where it goes and stuff and where the stops are.
Okay, so let's talk about our favorite new thing that we tried last week. Jess, what was your favorite new thing?
Well, I've done actually a lot of cool stuff with my mom being here and us doing exploring and stuff. But one of the really cool things is that I'm sure a lot of people have seen in Bluffton, the Wright Family Park down by the water, there are all these stones that are painted. And turns out you can paint your own and put it there. So we went to a garden shop, bought some stones, we painted them, and then we took them down and put them in the park.
Tell them what you painted.
I put our logo on it, and it says HHL. Our logo is a lighthouse with the crescent moon. So go down and see if you can find it.
Yeah, you'll see our logo in more places. We're gonna you'll see us out wearing the shirts here soon, hopefully. But it was really cool to see her painted on the rock, and then your mom painted a really cool face on a rock also.
Yeah, she's more artistic than I am. Mine was pretty simple. She did this cool like celestial face thing. She's pretty artistic. Hers looks a lot better than mine, but I needed something simple. I'm not very artistic. I'm stick figures kind of thing.
Really unique though. Really cool. I thought it was really neat.
Yeah, because you go down, you see them all the time, and you just kind of want to be like, what is this? And then turns out you can place your own stone there. And it'd be cool to do with your kids. Something fun they can do. And then if you visit here every year, maybe like each year you can go take the kids and they can find their stone each year. Or if you come back in a couple years, and it'd be cool, they're a little older and they'll be like, hey, that's my stone there. So a lot of fun.
That would be really neat. That would be really neat.
Yeah, so just a fun little to-do that I don't think many people really know that anybody can just place. I hear people all the time being like, what are these stones about? Anybody can just place a memory there.
My favorite new thing this week was I'm trying out a new accountant as I go to file our ridiculous tax returns for everybody. So that's my thing. That's what I've been doing this week. I flew back from DC on Tuesday to walk right in and spend the last 72 hours plus what will be Monday with the new accountant. So yay me.
So now we're going to answer the people's question, slightly also my question of I'm asking OT if he has any tips for the RBC Heritage. I'm actually going this year for the first time. I'm very excited. I just went to my very first golf tournament at the Darius Rucker Women's College thing. It was definitely very cool. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. So now I'm excited for Heritage, but you went last year. So what tips do you have for me or for anybody else that's going?
You're going to love the Heritage. Heritage was like made for you. You're going to love it.
I got my plaid skirt. I got a plaid skirt. I'm good. I'm ready.
You're going to love it. It's way more fun time than it is golf tournament. I've been to a lot of sporting events in my life. Simply put, it is the most organized, well-orchestrated, easy to attend event that I've ever been to. High praise. I've been to some good ones. By far the best. For you and for people who are visiting and staying on the island and that can do this, ride your bikes. So super easy access if you can ride your bike. There's this giant, they turn all the tennis courts, which there's a million of, into this giant bike parking lot. All the players ride their bikes. You'll see their caddies. You'll see the players like in the bike parking lot. It's really cool. If you can't bike, if you're one of the many people going that cannot bike, the way they orchestrate the parking and the shuttles in and out is second to none. I've done that before as well. They have all of these massive parking lots right as you get through the Sea Pines gate, and then they shuttle you in and they shuttle you out. There's really not a ton of waiting. It's an awesome time. When you get into the tournament, it's a very social event, I'll call it. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. What we like to do is make our way over towards the back nine for people who know golf. For you, it would just be you're going to walk towards the water. Just go towards...
I'm just following your mom.
Yeah.
I know she knows where she's going.
Yeah.
I'm just following her.
Go towards the ocean. It's the prettiest views. It's the most scenic part of the golf course. There's the most seating. It's Probably on the earlier parts of the week, the least crowded on Sunday. Obviously, when the leaders are kind of coming down the stretch, it does get more crowded. That's because there's no one else on the course. But on the practice rounds and on Thursday, Friday, even Saturday, that 10 through 18 is really the best stretch to sit on. There's all kinds of grandstands you can sit in if you've got the tickets for it. There's all kinds of places to buy drinks and food and all that good stuff. Those would be and if you can afford it, getting a ticket into some of the grandstand areas is always a great idea. They have really good amenities in those as well. It's worth the price to upgrade to those kind of tickets. But if you don't, it's still a terrific time. At a very, very scenic location with, it's not overly crowded. It is an elevated event this year. So there's a lot of really good players that are going to be there. And I think those are kind of my best tips is if you can ride your bike, if not, don't be afraid. Take your car, park, take the shuttle in. I would immediately beeline it for the back nine, and I'd hang out on the back nine all day for however long you want to be there and enjoy the view, enjoy the weather, enjoy all the food's delicious, and obviously.
I take it they have like food tents or something?
They got all kinds of food. They got everything.
Is it food trucks or is it more like stations?
It's more like booths kind of thing. Like they've got they don't have any trucks, but it's more like booths. They've got everything. They've got barbecue. They've got your basics of like dogs and burgers. They've got seafood. Most of the local restaurants participate and have like stuff coming in. So it's all really fresh. The food's delicious. You could just hog out on the food there if you wanted to. It's really, really good. And then everyone is, I'll describe it as socializing.
I gotcha.
So if you feel my drift. So it's a very, very fun time. Everyone's got their plaid on, hanging out. You especially, I'm sure people will recognize you all over the place, and you'll run into a million people, and it's really fun.
Great, I'm excited. Woohoo! Like I said, I got my skirt ready to go. I got my plaid. I got white. I'm ready.
I just hope I'm here, because at this point now it looks like I may have to go. I thought I was going to be here, and now it looks like I might have to go back home.
Because I think you are going. I think I'm going with your mom for a girls' day. I think you were going to go with your dad. Do you know what day you're going?
I mean, whenever I'm here, I really hope I'm here.
Yeah.
I really hope I don't have to go back to DC, but it's starting to look like I might.
And last year you were there for the last day too, weren't you?
Yeah.
How crowded is it at the very end?
Brutal. No, my dad and I. The only thing I would say is like when we were sitting in the grandstands behind 15, and when the leaders went through, we tried to go because 16, 17, 18. If you've never been there, are very literally on the water, and it's very bottlenecked and tight, and it is like the craziest sea of people. Like all of a sudden, everyone in the whole place descends on this one little bottleneck of land. And it's, and 18 from the fireworks, right?
Yeah.
From the houses to the cart path isn't far.
Yeah, right.
And so it's like all of a sudden everybody's jammed in there. So it's not a good time to try to, unless you've got some of that 18th hole seating, it's not great on Sunday, late Sunday, to be trying to.
Unless you're going to stay in Harbor Town for a while, then maybe afterwards.
Yeah, or if you've got one of those special tickets or whatever it is. But that's the only time it gets kind of dicey is because there's just not a lot of land. There's water, golf course, and then to call it 10 feet between the houses and the course is like an exaggeration. Yeah, it's not that far.
When we were there to see the fireworks, we were all sitting on the green, so it's like there's still a lot of space and stuff. So now that you say that, yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's what I meant by the green, sorry. But now that you mention, you just have that small area.
It's just golf course.
Yeah.
There's not like a lot of.
Yeah.
It's a tight area back there on 17, 18 is tough. So trying to get back there is not. My dad and I watched on 15. We took a look. We're like, no thanks. And by the time we got home riding our bikes, we were able to watch them come in on 18.